Yes, so most Republican economic policy focuses on the idea that lower taxes means everyone has more money to spend and stimulate the economy, and therefore they can spend it as they see fit. The reason that private enterprise is superior and more efficient to government agencies in that giving people money and the choice of where to spend it stimulates competition, producing excellence. This is the concept of the free market, and the cream of the crop will rise to the top due to a natural selection kind of based process. People only buy the best products. So instead of investing in, say, an education system, they just cut taxes by 40, 50%. And parents can now spend that money on private schools that they deem best to suit the needs of their children. All these numbers are just being thrown out there. They're not accurate or concrete numbers. These are just to give a framework and example conceptually. Instead of healthcare, again, you get more tax cuts and pick the best private insurance plan for you using the money that you saved. Or if you're really healthy, if you're healthy, you don't need health insurance. You can spend that money on something else because that's freedom in the American propaganda sense of the word, not in the Webster's dictionary definition of the word freedom. Because everyone has so much more money now, they're all spending, which stimulates the economy and creates jobs. This gives everyone even more money because now the market is booming and anyone can start a business. The hardworking and the savvy will rise to the top as the free market picks those with the best business models, most effective services, and lowest overhead. It sounds good theoretically, and it just feels right. It feels American. It sounds American. The good, the hardworking, the smart will rise to reap the rewards of their labor. And if you don't want to do that and just want to sit on the couch and work a simple job for money, you can, because that's the American dream. That's freedom, baby. Except it turns out this is a theory versus reality thing. It turns out that capitalism doesn't work that way. Capitalism does not favor egalitarianism or meritocracy. It favors ruthlessness and amorality. In saying that, being empathetic, caring for your neighbor is cuts into profits. It's kind of bad for business. So they're symbiotic in that they feed off of each other. The rich get richer. They're able to send their children to the best schools, which means their children enter the workforce with better education. They're able to afford the better health care, which means their kids don't miss a week of school due to the flu every year. Their kids grow up with access and mobility and safety nets. They can afford to take risk on a startup business out of college because their parents will bail them out if they fail, if they fuck up. Those that succeed will swear it was nothing but their own drive that propelled them to success. And this is how it perpetuates the individualist concept of that if I can do it, the bootstrap theory. It perpetuates based on these mechanisms that I'm describing here. Those that fail will simply try something new with the new safety net. So there's no repercussion for them other than they have to brush their clothes off and try again. So the rich get richer. Taxes are so low that every bit of profit they earn goes right back into the business, benefiting them and no one else, not the greater community that the business is housed in, just strictly enriching this person's quality of life. They keep wages low because it's in their best interest and because there aren't enough taxes to ensure proper wage law regulation by the government. The money they earn is temporarily put back into the economy as they expand their business into new territories and markets. They hire the best people, spearhead their new ventures. Until they finish, they own everything or near enough everything it's too hard or it's too expensive to break new ground. It's more efficient to just overfarm the ground that you have. And so everything gets slashed, and we're experiencing that right now, which is a big reason why Trump's populist message was so effective. Employee rights are gone, wages, fair work conditions, etc. Prices go up. There's nobody to buy from. Nobody else has any money because prices are so high, which means that nobody is spending anything. Jobs dry up, with the few that remain being dreary, monotonous labor for a pittance. Yet everyone wants them because it's the only way to keep your head above the poverty line. 300 million people in America right now are drowning, and there are 200 million life jackets. And instead of blaming the people who sank the ship, they're blaming the ones who are trying to save their own lives by taking a jacket from someone else. And that is brief analysis of the current economic landscape.